Hey, this is Emily at Oz Inflatable Kayaks, and I'm going to help you decide whether to get a solo or a tandem kayak. This is not a right or wrong thing. This is just pros and cons and values, what you value. The reason it comes up a lot is these kayaks here that I'm showing you where although they're a tandem kayak, they have a central solo seating position. And so a lot of people think, oh, I'll just get that, and then I can go solo when it's just me, or I can go tandem when I'm with someone else, and I've got the best of both worlds. And I like to kind of jump on this and say, actually, there's a price to pay here, and the price is weight. So if you've watched any of my videos, you know that I bang on about it all the time. You want to get the lightest kayak that's going to meet your needs. Now, this is not just based on my personal experience. I do a lot of lifting and setting up and paddling of kayaks, and the lighter, the better. It's way less impact on your body. It's also just based on customer experience. Like, that's one of the number one reasons people are coming to us is they want and they need something lighter. And what I have found is that our customers that paddle a lot and do really fun stuff, they've got the lightweight kayaks, right? Because it's so easy. Like the weight of the kayak is the thing that's going to make it easiest for you. So I would encourage you to always get two solos if there's two of you, or a solo, unless you've got a need for a tandem, and we're going to talk about what those needs might be. Now, in some cases, you'll note the weight difference isn't that much. So this is the Quest Solo at 12 kilograms and the Quest Tandem at 17. And this is deliberate. So we wanted to release a tandem kayak that one person could, or most people could, lift themselves, set up themselves, and paddle themselves. It's really, really important, I think, to have something like that on the market, but just be aware it's not always going to be the case. So this is the Sport Elite, 12 kilograms. This is one of my many videos. There's a million shots of me carrying this kayak, but there is not a single shot on the internet of me carrying the Advanced Frame Convertible Elite. It's 4.6 meters long, it's 22.5 kilograms. I can't get it up. So although it's delightful to paddle on its own, I'm not taking it out on my own. And this is where a lot of people come unstuck. They think, oh, I'll have this versatile kayak experience. And maybe it's a couple. In fact, it's often a couple, and one person ends up liking paddling a lot more. And they would have been better off to get two solos. So what are the situations where actually a tandem is going to be better? The first one is the tandem performance is incredible. If you have two engines in the boat, so to speak, you go really fast. This is Gail and Vernon. They used to have hard shell sea kayaks, and they would paddle from Harvey Bay to Kagari each year camping. And they switched it out for a convertible Elite, and they're like, oh, it took the same amount of time. Like, it is that fast. It's a very impressive kayak, in particular that one, but all tandems with two people in go really fast. The tandems are amazing for families. So I have two kids. Me and my husband used to pile the little kids when they were young into the tandems with us, and we could all just go out together, and they could play and sleep and all of that. And then as they grew up, my son really likes to go kayaking. So I needed a kayak that I could lift. So this is the 17 kilogram Quest Tandem. But he's got the space to sit in the back and actually learn to paddle. He's not old enough or competent enough yet for me to just send him off in a solo kayak. So this is a really good compromise until we get to that point. So families, definitely. Fun and socialization. So I love going out in tandems and blah, 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 blah. Like it's a really fun time. Adventure. So we've got a surprising number of customers that have done, multi-day kayak camping type experiences where they've got all the gear packed in, and the tandems are big. And like I said before, they're also fast. Now, the other thing tandems are generally good at is being lighter and smaller than two solos. So obviously one solo is lighter and smaller than a tandem, but two solos. The exception is probably the Sport Elites. Two Sport Elites is actually less cubic meterage than one convertible Elite, but slightly heavier. But this is going to depend on the actual kayaks. Like I know with our Quest and our Odyssey range, two solos is definitely heavier and bigger than one tandem. And a lot of you are going to have space and weight constraints, so you need to think about that. And expense. Two solos, definitely more expensive than one tandem. That's, again, pretty set. The reason I hesitate here, though, and the reason I still push people towards solos if there's any kind of doubt, if you like Gail and Vernon, I mean, they are always going out together, so that's an easy decision. Or the family scenario, again, easy decision, is, like I said, the number of times people have bought a tandem and then come back and bought a solo as well. It would have been cheaper to just buy two solos the first time. So I hope this helps you decide. If you are still unsure as to whether a solo or a tandem kayak is going to be better for you, just get in touch. We're happy to help. This is Emily at Oz Inflatable Kayaks.